Oh, it's just Jord.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wait, this isn't Little Nightmares. Sorry. Today's video isn't actually Little Nightmares. Don't worry, one is on the way, but I digress. Today we are tackling the game BALDI'S Basics in Education and Learning. The game isn't at all appealing, unless you're into that kind of art style, of course. So, what even is it, I hear you ask? Well, if you don't want me telling you and you want to experience the game for yourself, then let me tell you the game is free right now for you to play. You just have to go to the website, don't worry, I'll provide a link in the description, and hit download, and hey presto, the game is yours. Anyway, BALDI'S Basics in Education and Learning. In their words, and not mine, a state-of-the-art, fully 3D interactive, fun time educational game. Well, that's how they described it, and I can inform you, it's not. Oh yeah, and before I forget, spoilers. And that's actually the first area or place that we begin our theory here today. So the short passage I read to you was from the actual game page, which is made and written by Micah McGonigal. I've been really trying with people's names, so yet again, sorry if I butchered it. If you pay close attention to the paragraph in which the game is being described, you'll notice something very strange and random. But once you take a second look and look further into it, it's actually the beginning of the warning. So the paragraph starts pretty normal with a PR rundown version introduction, planning on luring the closest mother or father, reading the page and thinking, hey, my kid would enjoy this. Oh ho ho, mother sweet mother, how you are wrong. After we get through the first sentence of the page, the text begins behaving strangely and starts looking rather corrupted, but there is still a message inside that you might not have seen. Now my first theory with the introduction is that Baldi has written the start of the nice PR wording filter, but the corrupted message doesn't match that of the previous attitude. The words that have the wiggly lines going through are the start of the corrupted game, and then the message says this: don't download this game. It's not what it looks like. Once you anger Baldi, there's no turning back, and if he finds you, look, just trust me, okay? I'm warning you. If you end up playing this, avoid Baldi at all costs. Use the items scattered around to your advantage. Manipulate him by making noises that can lead him away from you. And most important, can you see the change in tone and the panic in the words and the hidden message at the end, warning you not to play? And so far from our brief introduction to the game, it already seems like there's two sides to this game. There's someone inside the game trying to help us out, and then there's Baldi at the front of the game. But the theory has just started, and it already seems twisted and quite strange, definitely not to be took at face value, and you would be right in thinking that. And that's because this game is actually a horror game, clever in its own right. So, from what we can see, does this mean that everything in the game has a double meaning or something further into it? Let's explore this a bit further. In the secret ending, after you collect all the notebooks, the announcement comes over from Baldi, and it says, congratulations, you found all 7 notebooks. Now all you need to do is get out while you still can.
Congratulations, you found all 7 notebooks.
Where's the bloody...
Now all you need to do is get out while you still can.
Hell yeah, boy! And this ending is very interesting in itself. Now I will state quickly that the congratulations speech actually happens with every Let's Play, not just the secret ending, but it's very interesting in itself, as I don't believe these are Baldi's words at the end. As you can hear from the audio, what you actually hear is get out while you still can, but that comes through with some static and corruption. I think Baldi was still talking to us while this static warning was being played to us. Whoever's managed to send this message has managed to distract or manipulate Baldi to believe he's still talking to us, but in this short time, whoever's sending us this message needs to get it out quick. From what I can tell, the person who is protecting you is the one who's creating the rooms and walls to go red and providing you the maps to get out the school. But Why red? Why even bother at all? Well, I think this is because the other person who is helping you out is trying to show you what the game or Baldi is really like. Cause it's funny how all the students are still there after the rooms and walls turn red, and how he removes all the fake exits. Let me explain that a little bit. What I mean is, it's funny how in the corrupted game, you still have all the characters, but what's changeable by this helper is the scenery and environment around the game. So that means the corrupted person or whoever this is helping us out can alter the game files or game data, but they can't take or add any more characters. So why is this interesting or unique? Well, to me it would imply that the characters weren't implemented with the game. They've somehow become a part of the game after the game was made. As you can understand, game code can be altered like we've just seen when the room turns red and the sound plays. The only difference is that these other characters within the game must either be corrupt or they're a very core feature for the game, as they can't be accessed or altered in any shape or form. But anyway, I digress. Back into the secret ending. So you come up to the wall which states Baldi wants to see you in his office, and there is room for improvement. Once you go into his office, you actually see a very deformed Baldi in the middle of the room, and actually even clipping out of it, behind him is a man with a banana of all things. And of course he comes with his hair, eyes, top and jeans, nothing else. And he tells you that he's glad you found him. Now if you ask me, his voice fits perfectly with the voice that has been somewhat guiding you in the game. Not to mention that banana man has the same issue with corrupted audio when he speaks to you. As you notice, he talks to you in the paragraph, he continues to break into error sounds every now and then when he gives his speech, which unfortunately for us, misses out some key lines in these dialogues. But anyway, let me play you the ending. And don't worry, I've edited it so it's safe for the ears and headphone users everywhere.
Oh, jeepers, you found me. Good job, I'm glad you found me. Look, I have something kind of important to say. It's about the game. Don't just... This is probably looking pretty ridiculous. Tell anyone about this game. You wanna don't bring attention to yourself. Destroy the game. Destroy the game before it's too late. I'm saying is get out of this while you still can. Just don't know. You probably know I'm not someone trapped inside the game. That would be ridiculous. No, I'm not. The game was kind of, I got really corrupted. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Just trust me. Because this seems, vague. No, vague intentionally. I guess, I can't tell you, some stuff is classified, I can't say more. I can't talk normally, it's corrupted. Just close the program, destroy it, never come back.
So, what can we get from this? Wow, I've managed to get a lot from it. First, let me start with but I have something kind of important to say. When this is said, it plays the error sound, and I think it's on purpose by Baldi, so you can't fully be aware of what he's actually saying. Or it's just that the man is too corrupt. Then there's also the line, "This is probably looking pretty ridiculous." I think this is just a reference to the position that the person is in, as we discover later in the theory video. Try and destroy the game. destroy the game before it's too late, error sound. So this one is rather self-explanatory. He is saying destroy the game, but why? Well, I think this backs up my theory about everyone being somewhat trapped inside the game, but that is for another theory video. Anyway, this is later backed up by the phrase, what I'm saying is get out of this while you still can, error sound. Also, there is something I find really interesting about this paragraph. You probably know, no, I'm not someone trapped inside the game, that would be ridiculous. No, I'm error sound, I'm not. The game was kind of error sound. I got really corrupted. Yeah, I error sound. What I believe with this part of the paragraph is that he is lying, but only because he who is speaking is in the presence of the person, aka Baldi, so he can't let Baldi know what he's saying to us. So for me, I believe this part is said while Baldi is watching or listening to him. What's also interesting is he is blaming the corruption on himself, not the actual game or method of the game. Now forgive me, but this would seem like a typical play in the old school days, where if you were not successful in a certain subject, depending on where you lived and what schools you attended back in like 1986 or whatnot, this was actually punishable from corporal punishment, which means getting the cane or slapped around the hand or anything in that sort of respect. So maybe this is more reason that the guy doesn't want to get Baldi angry. But with this information, it can give us more information about Baldi, because we can actually tell in most places where corporal punishment was banned. So for example, in England it was banned in 1986, and in private schools it was banned in 1998. But there are some places in the world that still use this method today, mainly southern parts of the USA and other small countries. So this can tell us a few things. Either that Baldi is just an abusive teacher, or that when this game was originally made and got corrupted, it was way before 1998, for example. That's going off obviously the private banned dates. But why am I telling you all this? Well, I think it's relevant to the theory completely. Well, this is what I theorize, that the secret ending is the true ending. The guy that is in Baldi's office is the one who's being punished forever until the end of the game, or until the game becomes so corrupt it can't maintain them in there. This is why whenever we hear the Banana Man's voice and not Baldi's, there is always some type of corruption or sound error before. That's because this guy is doing what we are doing. He's screwing with Baldi's hearing, so he can't be heard talking to us. But once he starts to listen and Baldi takes control again, he plays into the role of being punished. And, you know, Goody Two Shoes doesn't want to anger Baldi anymore. Think about it. The guy is confined into that one room, and the only way of getting into that ending is to do so bad in the game that Baldi has to see you. Yes, you get all the notebooks still, but get every question wrong, and it makes you a candidate for eternal punishment. And this is why our friend wants us to destroy the game so much, because Baldi is some type of glitch or ghost in this educational game that will punish you forever if you're wrong. And ladies and gentlemen, our hidden hero within Baldi's Basics in Educational and Learning, his name is actually Filename 2. And Filename 2 has been giving us warnings since you read the information about the game, warning you not to get hooked into it or anything along that line. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think of this theory, or if you have any of your own types of theories for Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning. Let me know in the comments below, and remember everyone, if you did like the video, hit that like button to support the video. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the channel any further, hit subscribe so you get ready for all the theory videos that could possibly be made. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. Good night, good morning, good day, and I wish you the best. Bye!